300 years ago, people who wanted to learn how to use kettlebells had to pass a movement test. This movement test built amazing coordination, body awareness, and it also provided an awesome core stability workout.
By watching this video, you're going to learn how to do the Turkish Get Up properly.
Alright, let's take a look at the Turkish Get Up. Now, what I'm going to have you do is start with no weight. I know a lot of people like to jump to weight, and that's fantastic. I love your attitude, but let's be safe about this and just do it without weight to drill the form and really lock it in. So what I'm going to have Missy do is just show you the entire movement, and then we're going to dissect it and go over it together. So Missy, if you can give us a Turkish Get Up. She's going to drive through her right heel, getting onto this elbow, underneath her shoulder, locking out this arm. She's going to bridge, and she's going to pass this leg through, square up, and stand through your heel. Nice. From here, she's going to reverse lunge left, bridge her hip to the right, find that bridge and follow through, drop her hips, elbow down, and back down. Now, if you're at home and you're a normal person, you may be thinking, wow, that's a lot of movement. I don't know if I can do this. Trust me, it's not that hard. We're going to move piece by piece into a progression that makes sense for you, and you'll pretty much learn it within this video. Okay, so we're going to break this down for you. So first we're going to start into the locked out position. Good. From here you're going to bend your knee on that same side as the locked out arm, and from here make sure that your hand is always above that shoulder. Okay? Not there, not there. That's perfect. Good. Driving through that heel, bring that hip up, and make your way to this arm. You want to start the movement from that heel and move your hip first. Good. Lock out this arm and pause. Fantastic. Driving through this heel and this hand, we're going to bridge the hips as high as we can get them. Okay, quite often people stop short in this bridge and they don't bridge as high as they can. Bridge your hips as high as you can. I want you to do this 3 times. Come all the way down to the ground, down to your elbow. Sorry, go ahead and hit the ground. Down to your elbow, down to your back. We're going to do that 2 more times. Up to the elbow, up to the straight arm, bridging the hips all the way up. And back down with the hips, down with the elbow, down with the back. Last time, guys. Stay with us. Elbow, straight arm, bridging those hips all the way up, and back down with your hips, down with the elbow, down with the back. And go ahead and relax for me. Good. Nice. We want to make sure that we get those hips all the way up as far as we can, because the next movement, we're going to be passing that leg through, and we want to make sure that we have a lot of real estate to move through. All right? I'm going to have you shift this way just a couple inches. Good. So, from there, we're going to move back up to the bridge. From the elbow. Good. Straight arm. Bridging the hips all the way up. We're going to take this leg and we're going to bridge it through. Nice. I want you to bridge it back. Very good. Bridge it through. And one more time. Back. Fantastic. Go ahead and come all the way down for me. And down and down. Good. Take a small break. From there, what we're going to focus on is how to square up. From the bridge and the follow through, you're going to square up to the wall that you're in front of, and then you're going to stand up through the heel. So we're actually going to go through the bridge to stand up 3 times. So go ahead and come up to your elbow. Come up to your straight arm. Get the hips all the way up for me, and then I want you to bridge through. Good. Now from here, we're going to do this 3 times. Square up to the wall in front of you. Perfect. Come back down. Square up to the wall in front. Come back down. And square up to the wall in front. Cool. Go ahead and hang out there for 1 second. Now, what Missy is doing is she's finding her hand to the ground, but how she's doing that is she's actually moving her hips this way. And once she does, this hand finds the ground. And that's exactly how we want it to be set up. There's always going to be a straight line from the bell to her base of stability, making sure that she's nice and safe. Cool. Go ahead and square up to the wall in front of you. And from here, we're just going to stand up through this front heel. Nice. All right. We're going to work our way down. Now, go ahead and relax for 1 sec for me. What I want to say before we come down is the biggest mistake that I see a lot of people doing is they don't pause between movements, which is very important on the way up, and it's even more important on the way down. Eventually, we're going to be holding on to a weight, and if you can imagine not using pauses and making that a seamless movement, it can be kind of dangerous, and you don't want to do that. All right, so we're going to pause briefly through each movement on the way down. I'm going to have Missy lock out her right arm overhead. She's going to be reversing her left leg back. Nice. Moving her hips towards the camera and finding the ground with her hand. Bridge the leg through rather. Find the hips to the ground. Elbow to the ground. And back to the ground. And Missy did an amazing job of pausing between movements. And she's nice and safe. Go ahead and relax for me. Cool. Now, when you feel like you are progressing with this and this is something that you can handle, we can move to weight. Now, addressing the kettlebell is actually just as important as moving through the movement flow. What we're going to do is we're going to show you how to address the kettlebell. Actually, come towards me a little bit. From a laying position, you are going to roll towards the kettlebell. In a fetal position, she's going to grab the kettlebell with her closest arm, pistol grip it with 2 arms. She's going to draw it tight to her chest and roll onto her back. Good. Straightening out her legs, she's going to press the kettlebell out in front of her chest with both arms, keeping it nice and tight, letting go with her opposite arm. Nice. And then she's going to bend that knee one more time. This is the setup for a loaded Turkish Get Up. Now, the opposite holds true. She's going to straighten out both of her legs, grabbing it with both arms, hands rather, bringing those elbows in tight to the body, and then she's going to fetal roll away. Nice and safe, all of her joints are safe. If she's switching hands, she's going to do what we call a halo around her head. So she's going to be grabbing the bell with both hands and halo it. Actually, we're going to go around the head, halo around the head, and perfect. She's in position to set up on the opposite side without moving over her body. Good. Go ahead and relax for me. Now, when we address the kettlebell, we want to imagine that it's the heaviest bell that we can handle. We always want to treat the bell, regardless of the weight, like it's super heavy. So considerations to think about through the Turkish Get Up is, go ahead and come all the way up to the bridge for me. Go ahead and hold it for me. Fantastic. Considerations that you want to make is a long spine. So imagine that your spine is getting long through the movement. That's actually going to clean up a lot of problems that you may be having. The next is, do not fight your position. If you find yourself here, you may want to drop the bell and get the hell out of the way. Okay? One of our rules is we're always going to keep that bell over the shoulder to keep yourself safe. Speaking from experience here, it will damage your body if you fight positions. And the next one is, take your time. Go ahead and come all the way down and relax for me. The Turkish Get Up is more about form than it really is about speed. This is about body awareness and control. So take your time, have fun with it, and let me know if you have any questions. Enjoy.